In the heart of Tokyo, amidst the neon lights and endless noise, there's a growing movement that whispers instead of shouts: minimalism. It's not about white walls or empty shelves. It's about space for the mind, the heart, and the soul. In Japan, many have chosen to own less, not because they can't afford more, but because they've realized more doesn't always mean better. Each item in their home has a purpose, a meaning. Every object tells a quiet story of intention. Meanwhile, our generation often drowns in a sea of things: new phones, new clothes, new goals. We scroll endlessly, searching for something we can't name. But maybe what we're missing isn't another purchase or achievement. Maybe it's peace. Japan's minimalism teaches us that peace doesn't come from what we add, but from what we let go. It's not about emptiness. It's about fullness, of meaning, of gratitude, of presence. We live in an age of abundance, information, possessions, options. Yet why do so many of us feel exhausted, anxious, and unfulfilled? The truth is, we carry too much, not just things, but expectations. We've been told that happiness lies in having more, achieving more, being more. But the more we chase, the further peace seems to slip away. In Japan, minimalism isn't just about tidying a room, it's about tidying the soul. When people decide to let go of what doesn't serve them, they create space for what truly matters: connection, creativity, and clarity. The moment we stop clinging to possessions that define us, we start to rediscover who we really are. The clutter in our homes mirrors the chaos in our minds. Letting go is painful, but it's also healing. In Japanese philosophy, there's a concept called wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection. It's the crack in a teacup that tells a story, the faded fabric that carries a memory. In our world obsessed with perfection, filters, and flawless images, wabi-sabi feels revolutionary. It reminds us that imperfection is not something to hide, it's something to cherish. Our generation often feels lost in the pressure to appear perfect, but perfection is cold and lifeless. Wabi-sabi teaches us to find beauty in the broken, in the days that don't go as planned, in the dreams that fail, in the versions of ourselves that are still learning. Japan's minimalism isn't just aesthetic, it's emotional honesty. When we accept that life is not about having it all, but about appreciating what we already have, we begin to heal from the inside out. Step into a Japanese tea room, and you'll feel something rare: silence. Not the awkward kind, but the peaceful kind that holds meaning. The clink of a cup, the whisper of steam, the soft hum of the wind, these moments slow time. In Japan, silence is sacred. It's not an absence, but a presence of mindfulness, gratitude, and calm. In contrast, our generation fears silence. We fill every moment with noise, music, notifications, scrolling, talking. But deep down, our hearts are craving stillness. The silence Japan honors teaches us to listen, not just to others, but to ourselves. When we pause, we notice life's subtle details: the warmth of sunlight, the sound of our breath, the feeling of being here. In silence, we finally meet ourselves again. Minimalism in Japan isn't about deprivation, it's about awareness. Every choice is intentional: what to wear, what to eat, how to spend each hour. Life becomes a ceremony of meaning. Even the smallest act, like arranging flowers or folding clothes, becomes meditation. It's a way of saying, I am here, I am alive. Our generation rushes through life, multitasking through every moment, chasing the next thing before finishing the current one. But Japan's minimalist philosophy reminds us, when everything matters, nothing truly does. To live intentionally is to choose what aligns with your soul. It's not about how much you do, but how deeply you do it. When you live with intention, life slows down, and suddenly, you begin to feel alive again. In the end, minimalism isn't about less stuff, it's about more life. Japan's minimalist movement reveals a truth our generation desperately needs. Freedom doesn't come from holding on, it comes from letting go. The more we release the need to impress, the fear of missing out, the pressure to be perfect, the lighter we become. Maybe that's what's wrong with our generation. We've mistaken possession for purpose. But when we start letting go of clutter, of comparison, of expectations, we find peace waiting for us in the quiet corners of simplicity. The Japanese have known this all along. The less you own, the more you see. The less you cling, the more you feel. The less you chase, the more you become.